feeling young, but they treat me like the OG. And they want the T on me, I swear these bitches nosy. Said he put some money on my head, I guess we gon' see. I won't put no money on his head, my niggas owe me. I gotta be single for a while, you can't control me. Uno, those traits in a race, they can't hold me. And I show my face in the case, so you know it's me. Imitation isn't flattery, it's just annoying me. And I'm too about it. And the dirt that they threw on my name turned to soil, and I grew up out it. Time for y'all to figure out what y'all gon' do about it. Big wheels keep rolling.
Okay, and we are back home. Quite late introing the video at 5 o'clock on a Saturday when I started it Friday morning. But there's a good reason for that. Yesterday I was just in the store, working the whole day, doing some random things as you saw. Today, this morning, I actually spent working on the chat. I'm gonna show you that later on the computer. And then now over lunch/afternoon I was meeting up with I wouldn't really say friend, friendly, but maybe friends now. Guy who actually founded a very cool brand called Harriet Allure. It's a scented candle brand from Sweden. He's from Germany originally. And he's founded this brand together with a friend, and it's super cool to speak to other people, like learn about their experiences, learn from their learnings and their mistakes, and also share some of my mistakes I have done building businesses and brands in the past. So that was a great connect. I'm gonna get some coffee now, and then we're gonna get back to some coding. One of the things which was very interesting that he talked about was how you need to tell a story. So often I thought about this, and we spoke about this a little bit. A lot of physical products, like there's a story behind it, you know, this is my grandfather's initials, blah blah blah. There's a story. But a lot of tech products, there's a lack of story. So you have nice branding, you have nice colors, you have a nice website, UI, UX, but you're lacking the story. Now we're gonna move away here because the coffee machine's loud. But you're lacking the story. So we talked about how when you're building tech products, there needs to be a story behind it too, just like a physical product would. So that was quite interesting. We also talked about personal branding when pushing products, because you need to have an own brand story as well as a good product for people to rebuy that product and not just buy it once off the personal brand hype that you may come in with. So good overall talk. I love connecting with people like that who are like dialed in, smart, clever, who you can learn from and you can also share some knowledge and experience with. So that was all good. Now we're gonna hop back on coding. We're gonna work on this chat. So I'm separating the chat into different states and different notifiers so that we can optimize the app a little bit that we're building, Parenter that is. So I'm gonna show you exactly what I've done. But now let's hop back in the office and let's get back to it. So here we are a couple of hours later, and I've made some pretty good progress on the chat. So first of all, I mean, I'm not really gonna show you that much into the whole app, so we can actually close this. What I'm gonna show you is the code, the changes that I made, because I haven't made that many changes to the actual functionality, but I made some changes to the code base that will significantly improve how we use this in the future. So now there's another developer helping me work on this, and he definitely has some more experience than me working on like larger enterprise scale level apps, whereas my experience has been quite a lot like building good functional apps that will definitely do the job, but in a relatively quick period of time. And so I've built the whole base, and now he hasn't really done that much new code, but rather he's helped refactor it so we can make it a little bit more efficient. So we're using a new type of structure that's kind of like somewhat familiar to me, but I'm not super familiar with it. It's called MVVM, where it's like you separate the different layers of the app. So you have a state layer, you have a UI layer, and you have a provider layer. So what we've done here is I've taken a chat of the app and I've written that into a couple of separate files. So first of all, we have the event chat notifier. This is how you can notify the state of the app, so i.e. update the UI once you have initialized or once you've created a new channel. Then we also have a chat provider, and this is then to check the connection state, so that when you're in the widget we're using, it's called Stream Chat. So we connect to Stream Chat, and then we want to maintain that state or that connection throughout the whole app and be able to access it easily. So that's what we're doing inside of the provider, and then we can access that provider inside of the chat. So if we go to the chat page, for example, as we can see here now, this is a consumer widget, i.e. a consumer of the RiverPod state provider package. So that is a change that I've made, and this also means that this code now is just 103 lines of code instead of 200. And same for the chat channels page, for example. We have some more stuff because it's a little bit of boilerplate if it's empty, but still we managed to make this quite a bit shorter. And if we go to the top here, we can see here we can get all of the states. We can check if we're connected to the stream chat, we can check if we have new channels created, And then that way we don't have to make as many calls to the database, because that's continuously updated whenever something is changed in the database. That is updated throughout the app, instead of having to check, is this new, has something changed, etc. So this is quite a big improvement, and this will definitely speed the app up. The person I'm working with has also done this for the classes. So instead of now having to call the Firebase every time to see, okay, what classes am I part of? Has it changed? Because that will not change that much. So we can now get that in the state, check it one time when the app opens, and then we're done. So we've made some improvements like that to this architecture. As you can see, it's quite neatly structured now. Before it was in the different functions. Now we have some configuration files, basic. Then we have some data files, which is like data models for the different types. For chat, that's not really applicable. Then we have some repositories, again, for the chats, that's not really applicable because we get that from the stream chat. And then we have some sources, but that's rather for the Firebase. And then inside of here we have providers. We have chat providers. Those are all the ones I worked on today. We also have some classes. We have some events, users, for instance, but that's empty right now. And then based on this, we were able to build a UI. So then I have been able to, we have screens, we have standard content, the different functions like classes, the presentation layer here, for instance. So we're gonna be migrating to this as we go. I've done this for the chats today, and we're gonna be adding more functionality to this. But this app is starting to look pretty nice, and it's starting to look pretty good. I'm quite happy with how it's turning out. And that's all I'm gonna do today, really. So we're probably see what we're gonna do. Maybe if we hop onto VenturePals now. It's 8:12 in the evening on a Saturday. Maybe we hop on VenturePals. Maybe we just call the night there. I haven't really decided yet. But that's what I've been working on the entire day, and we finally got done with it.
And it's not just the source.
What's up? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming to the end of a pretty uneventful weekend. I've just spent the majority of the time like doing slow but steady work. Went out a little bit, as you saw yesterday. Today I was mainly researching paywalls in applications, mobile apps, and whether to make them hard paywalls or whether to do a freemium product. And I've also started to learn that this is something that you can experiment a lot with, and I haven't experimented with this enough at all. So that's definitely something I want to be doing in the future, and also share a little bit more. Maybe I'll make a whole video on paywalls, because I got quite deep into it today. I think one of the things I'm going to start implementing more in apps going forward is hard paywalls. Like you either continue or you don't, or you start a trial or you don't. And that seems to really improve the trial to a paying rate. But today, quite a non-eventful day, nothing really more to add. Tomorrow we have an event in Arbeidsbutikken where we're getting like tens or maybe 100 people who are going to come to, just have a look at the store. We're opening this new location, and I have a lot of stuff to fix. So me and Vidar, as you've seen before, are going to have to do a lot of fixing. We're going to have to go to Costco, buy some food. We're going to have to set up some raffles. So a lot of stuff to do with that. But in the morning when I hit the gym, and then the day is just going to be full of that. So I'll see you in the morning. We have just stumbled upon the bargain of a century. So Vidar and I are driving back from the gym, and we see by the side of the road, we just see a bunch of unopened Ben & Jerry's ice cream laying on the side of the road. So we're like, should we go back and get it? Yeah, definitely. There ain't no skipping this opportunity. So we stopped in the middle of the roundabout. Vidar hopped out and just gathered as much ice cream as he could. We're gonna make another run for it here now in a second, see if we can get some more. Gather it. Snyggt. We have just collected Ben & Jerry's for like $100. How much is there?
What did we get here? We got the cookie dough.
And it's fresh too.
It's super fresh.
This is the benefit of Sweden in the autumn. It's negative degrees in the winter. Now we're well prepped for the opening day. Maybe we give them some ice cream, on compliments of some random truck somewhere.
Roadkill ice cream.
We're Swedish, so we're amazed by Costco. Our stores don't usually look this well sorted. Okay, we're just about getting set up. We went and bought all the Costco stuff. We're getting ready for this open day. We have people arriving from England actually, so this is quite a big event. We've spent all the morning. This is all the, let me show you, this is all the outgoing stuff for today. Quite a large day too. And shout out to the staff. We had time to pack all this in the morning. Now we are just gonna get set up. It's currently 3:20 and people are gonna start dropping in from now probably because people get off work. So we have some hot dogs. We have around 100 hot dogs. We have some cookies. We have some other stuff. So should be quite a fun evening / afternoon. And yeah, roll the montage. Do you want to win a leaf blower like that? Stop by, guess how many beaners we have in here. Winner wins this leaf blower from Echo. Typ 8 stycken skulle jag se. Oof, quite the day. Today is one of those days we're grabbing a hot dog on the go. And we're gonna get this down, we're gonna go home, we're gonna do some video editing, we're gonna freshen up a little bit. Been working out a lot. Quite a lot of admin today going on in Arbor Speak, and a lot of ordering, a lot of new products going in, which is always fun, but it takes a little bit of time to just set up all that admin. So let's head back home, let's sit down, let's relax, let's write some script for some short form videos that we're gonna post. And then we'll see if we can squeeze in some coding in the evening. What's poppin'? Great boy. I got a gift for you, guy. Merched up.
Nej, på riktigt! Fuck vad nice. Holy. Do you want me to speak English?
That would be lovely, so I don't have to put translating subtitles. Woo!
God damn!
Let's go!
I look fucking hench, man.
Yeah. Represent. We're hooking them all up. We're hooking them all up, man. Efficient plugs into Dart. Plugs into Dart and Flutter application, storage. And you can quite easily use. Second of all, you fail with the weird angles, but we're getting towards the end of the night here. It's 9 o'clock. I've recorded some videos from short form. I'll show you one of the unedited examples here just to show what it looks like. It looks whack right now. Will look a little bit better once we get to the actual editing. But now I'm just gonna, actually I have someone who edits the short form videos for me, so luckily I don't have to do that. I just have to record them. Now we're gonna put up a short little info video that I'm gonna share. About how to use my Notion template. If you want that template, you can use it. You can find it down below in the link. Completely free of charge. It's just how I manage my time. Use it if you want to. So what I use to edit all of my videos is CapCut. And two funny things. CapCut is free. I pay I think $9.99 just to get all the premium assets, etc. I find it to be worth it. And second of all, I just did some organizing for all of my videos, and I've come to the conclusion that I have around 4.5 terabytes of footage from the last 10 years. And that's not even everything. That's excluding my football videos. So probably got 5.5 terabytes of footage. And this is like, makes me so happy that I have all of this from my childhood. Not because it will be so fun to look back at, but also because who has this much video of them growing up? Literally from the space between when I was 14 until I am 25 now, I have all this footage, which I find just incredible. And it's going to be so much fun to look back at. But also, I do have some big goals and some big dreams and some big aspirations. And they're going to take this footage one day and they're going to make a movie about all this shit when it's said and done. And it's gonna be so good having all this like documented from the beginning. Like this, whenever they're gonna say, oh, this happened overnight. This isn't anything that happened overnight. This is something I started when I was 14. I started making YouTube videos, started trying to build a business out of that. And here I am, 11 years later, still with no major breakthrough, still grinding, still trying to build a business, multiple businesses. And now we're starting to see it take off. And it feels great that this whole process is documented. Like, from the last 3 years, I've made a video pretty much every week. So you can see this whole progress. It's incredible and it's going to be so good in 20 years. But now we're going to get to editing this little short this little long form video just about my Notion template. And then we're gonna get to some coding. It's quite late, but we'll see what we can squeeze in.
Vi väntar och ser om...
Ladies and gentlemen, oh, now I'm steering this from my phone. Look, future is now. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting towards the end of the video. I have spent the last couple of hours now doing some integration with Revenue Cat. So Revenue Cat is actually a fantastic platform that you can use for Flutter as well as some other apps, but I've used it for all of my apps to monetize them. You can connect products from the Apple App Store Connect as well as the Google Play Store and bring them into one platform and just manage them all through there. And then you can, through Revenue Cat's SDK in Flutter, display these products. So for example, when someone queries all of the products, you can, depending on if you're on web, if you're on iOS, if you're Android, you can query all of these products, you can subscribe to them through Revenue Cat. So use from your app, send to Revenue Cat, which will then send to either Google or to Apple saying that this user has subscribed. And then you can also take this and you can apply it to the rest of the app. So if you subscribe on Google, you can set this as something, a check on Firebase, and you can also then log this on your iOS device. So if you have one Android, if you have one iOS, then it works seamlessly. So that's what I've been working on now, and I've also done a little bit of scoping. Switch this run. A little bit of scoping for adding a payments feature to this app, or payments then more like a cost splitter app. So you know how there's an app called like Even Steven, for instance, or Cost Split. Adding a feature like that to particular classes and events where parents can pool money and then get paid out inside of the app. So quite a big feature. I haven't really done anything similar to that before. I've used Stripe once, so I guess this should be somewhat similar. But yeah, we'll take a look in how that goes. But this is gonna be it for this video. It was quite a messy one, quite a long one. I think I started this video on like Friday evening, something like that. So if you're still here watching all the way to the end, I appreciate you. Don't forget to check out the link in the description if you want a free Notion template, as well as if you want to join my school community. My school community is actually starting to pop. Like I've added some courses on tax optimization. I've added some how to start a business. I've added some other resources, as well as like how I plan my time. Just some general free courses, as well as a cool community for people who are ambitious and like-minded. So that's pretty cool. But feel free to subscribe. It's completely free of charge, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.